I'm Glenn Gui, and I'm the director of the House of Bernarda Alba. And of course, the central theme for me about the play was the theme of oppression. And along with that, repression. A lot of change is happening in Singapore, and a lot of us can't understand it. A lot of our leaders can't understand it, and a lot of our leaders don't know what to do either. I think that a play like The House of Bernarda Alba is a platform for people to think about these issues, about this culture of oppression and repression that we live under, and that sometimes that we are complicit in perpetuating it, this system, because we have so much to lose if we promoted change, if we challenge the status quo, because we are all owner. We have so much ownership in this country, right? Because we're all HDB owners or whatever. So I think we all need to think as citizens. We need to think about these things and about where do we go now that we're 50. Yes, of course, I set the play in Singapore, and I set the play in a Peranakan household, partly because I'm a Peranakan, and I grew up in this culture, which I'm very familiar with, this patriarchal system. Of course, the Peranakans don't have a monopoly of the patriarchal system. The patriarchal system is all over, right? Every country, every religion lives under some sort of patriarchal system. But the patriarchal system, which is particularly the Peranakan household, I'm very familiar with because I've grown up in it. And this whole thing about keeping up appearances, and also the religious aspect of the Peranakan household was important to me, was important in this production as well, because it's another form of control. Working with Chiwa, he created me this world where it was more three-dimensional. And so there were several things happening in any one scene. Yes, you had the main actors speaking downstage, but then you also had something happening upstage. So that, and especially it worked very well for the House of Bernarda Alba because they're all in this confined space, right? They're all feeling very claustrophobic, and they're all listening to each other's stories, and they don't have a life outside the house, so they're only interested in each other's lives. So it worked very well for me, and it's something that I will continue to do in Public Enemy.
I'm Norlina Mohammed, and I played Martirio, second youngest, I think, in the family, and the production is Bernarda Alba. For me, everything is usually found on the rehearsal floor, unless it's a physical theatre piece. This one isn't a physical theatre piece. It's a lot more text work. That, I think, is my basic preparatory work, which was to make sure that I fit this world, and this world has identified a tone, a voice, and a colour. And to belong as part of the family, you've got to work at it. I would read up on it, immerse myself in this world, and that's the first phase prior to the start and during the first week as well. And in the second week, my source of inspiration is the discussion, because we have some of the best performers, female actresses for Bernarda Alba, all on that stage. And when I say best, I'm not talking about just talent in terms of performing. That they're wonderful actresses. Yes, no doubt they are. But they're also wonderful minds. Every single one of them are brilliant in that way, are thinking actresses, and they would spend some time arguing, debating, discussing, sharing ideas, and their love for discussing is really love. When I say love, is really there because they can really talk to one another. We all can, I myself included. And after a while, it's not just about the skill of creating the art, but what feeds you are the social, political, economic issues, the everyday concerns, and the things that happen because you're discussing about mother-daughter relationship, or you're discussing about tyrannical rulers, you're discussing about issues that somehow have resonance or offer you perspectives that you can work on and take on board as you're performing your character. And of course, Physically, I draw upon images. Yeah, I have a mental picture of how she would look like.